Yu-Gi-Oh can be competitive, and yeah, winning is a great thing. I mean, who doesn't want to win? But at the end of the day, we're literally just trying to have fun, right? What's up everybody and welcome back to Mainface TV. And yes, this week we are going to have fun. Now, what's fun for me may not be fun for everybody else that I'm playing against. As my brother says, fun means toxic. And if toxic means that you're playing a trap deck that pays half your life points, well then just call it Dinomorphia. But let's get going. Let's go ahead and pack everything up and let's head to locals. Here. Johnny, there. Gio, yo, Donovan, George, OG shirt, Eric. All right, so round one, we go against the homie Zach, and turns out he's actually playing Manium. We win the dice roll and go first. We set 5 and pass turn. Zach special summons a Fenrir, which we end up managing to bring out Rex, all on the summon of Fenrir. Once we manage to do this, there's nothing he can do to out Rex. So we managed to deplete his life points and go for game. Game 2, Zach chooses to go first. Goes full combo and ends his board with a 3 Materia Appaloosa, Baron the Floor, Fenrir, Dispatter, and the Omni Negate counter trap. He passes and we draw for turn. We have Super Poly in the hand and we're gonna go ahead and use his Baron and Apple into a Mud Dragon. Now, this part, I will say that Super Poly should be banned. The fact that you can't respond with it, even though you have a response to it, to stop it, is just insane. I try to go into a rank 4 play by normal summoning Diplos and using the effect of Foolish, but Zach does negate with the counter trap. We set 3 and pass turn. He attempts to use Dispatter's effect to special summon, and then I'm gonna chain Domain to bring out Kent. On resolution, I'm gonna use Kentragina's effect, banishing Domain to fusion summon and bring out my Rex. He chains Dispatter to negate, and I'm gonna chain with the hefty Solemn Strike to tell him no. After this, he really can't do anything. After a while, he did put up a defense, and we managed to out the entire thing and attacked for game.
Hey, this card should be banned. Horrible. No skill using ass.
Yeah, I agree, bro. So round 2, we're paired up against Melfy Sprite. He starts his combo with Sprite Red and moves his way down the combo. He summons a gigantic Sprite and uses the effect and brings out a Swap Frog. Swap will dump Testudo and he ends his turn with a Sprite Red, Melfy Caddy, Sprint, and a Melfy of the Forest with a set double cross. I draw for turn and proceed to activate Fossil Dig to search for Misk. Have you read it? Since I already have a Theresia in hand. I normal summon Theresia using the effect he chains Caddy. I then chain Misk to protect my Theresia, which will then be negated by his Sprite Red. On resolution, he begins to synchro summon and bounces my Theresia back to hand. I set 4, pass. He starts his turn with a Feather Duster, and I have no judgment. And from there, he's able to kill me for game, and we scoop. Game 2, we chose to go first. Opening hand wasn't that great as we had a Solemn Judgment, Imperm, and a Frenzy. We pass turn and he goes straight to battle phase. He hits us with an Evenly, but thankfully we have the Judgment. Unfortunately for us, he had a second Evenly. We got rid of the Imperm and kept our trap. He normal summoned Sprite Carrot, and I believe it was a misplay and ruined his entire play. He passes turn and we normal summon a Theresia, use the effect to set a Dinomorphia trap. We attack the Sprite Carrot and proceed to pass turn. He normal summons Angler, and on summon, we're going to activate Dinomorphia Brute, which then leads to our opponent scooping. Game 3, he chooses to go first. Our opponent goes full combo, and this time he ends his board with a Sprite Gigantic, Sprint, Swap Frog, Sprite Carrot, and a set double cross, and then passes. At the start of our turn, he shotguns the double cross and targets the Testudo to summon out. At this moment, I double check my extra deck and say it's completely okay. And you guessed it, it's Super Poly time. We Super Poly swap Testudo into a Garura. We attempt to enter battle phase and try to swing into Sprite Sprint. On attack declaration, he uses Melfy Wally to synchro summon and bounces the Garura back to our deck. We'll go ahead and go to main phase 2, set 2, pass. He starts his turn with trying to activate Gigantic Sprite's effect. With that, we chain a Solemn Strike to negate and destroy. On res, we go ahead and use Frenzy, hoping he doesn't have an Ash and bring out the Rexterm. He normal summons a DD Crow and attempted to link away our Rexterm for an Underworld Goddess, but he stated that he had taken the card out of the build previously. So instead, he's gonna link 2 into IP and then into Avermax to attack into Rexterm. He attempts to activate Avermax's effect, but forgets that Rexterm prevents our opponent from activating monsters' effects based on our life points. So with that being said, we went ahead and used Rexterm's effect, lowered the attack of Avermax, which resulted in his destruction. He attempts to use the graveyard effect of Avermax, targeting Rexterm, but we had a set intact that says no. There's nothing else our opponent can do, and we take game 3, winning the match 2-1. Round 3, we went against Earth Machines. Fortunately for us, we 2-0'd Earth Machines. The person that I played, I had actually never seen before at Heroes Hideout, but he was real cool, real chill, laid back, and that was a really fun match that I had. Round 4, we went against Mack. Unfortunately, I did not press record, but game 1, we lost. Game 2, we won. We set anti-spell, and he really couldn't do anything. He set 1, passed. We basically just OTK'd with Rex. Game 3, we started in Super Poly because I believe this is going to be a Super Poly format. And again, Super Poly is just so broken that, I mean, what else should you do, you know? So we Super Poly'd the Link 4s, and he basically used Super Factorial, Xe Summoned, Rip 2, and I still managed to get out Rex, set some, and win. The last and final match was against Tyr, and Tyr is the toughest one. At this point, my camera batteries are already dying, and I believe it was at like 13 or 10%. Being that I record in 4K, it does take a lot of battery and toll on the camera itself, so I wasn't able to record the whole thing, but we ended up in a tie. At the end of the day, it's just a card game, and we're there to have fun, especially at locals. Now, when it comes to regionals, YCS, you know, nationals, then that's a whole different story. We're there to win, or we're there to have great and amazing experiences. One or the other. Either way, no matter what you do, as long as you're having fun and you're enjoying what you're doing, who cares, right? So I appreciate everybody just sticking with me with the editing process. I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and then I will see y'all next time. So here's some B-roll footage, and we'll see y'all next episode. Peace.